Hey guys, Clumsy here, and welcome back to ETS2. Yes, we are still in the Renault. Different skin than the one in the mod spotlight. If you haven't checked out that video yet, I highly suggest you do because it highlights all the beautiful sounds from EVR. Although you'll be hearing that again here, but with less focus, because in this episode we are focusing on something different. We'll be focusing on, tada, the Clumsy Trucking VTC official paint job for the SKRS trailers. This is something I made myself, so I'm really proud of it. And you can download it for yourself as well. I'll leave a link in the video description, and you let me know if you use it, and you share with me your pictures, alright? Because I'm really proud of it. It took me the entire morning. I almost wasn't able to record my my video for today because I was really spending a lot of time on figuring out how to make that work, because I'm not really familiar on how to make paint jobs. And that's only compatible for 1.32, okay, because this is only for own trailers. But it should be compatible for all the own trailers, like curtain siders. Should work. If you have a dry freighter, which we had, that should work, right? If you have a refrigerated one, that should work. Well, I guess it wouldn't work on a flatbed, but you get what I mean. And it will also work for doubles and B doubles, I believe. So it should work. And the second trailer, the smaller one, has a smaller text as well. Yeah. So, and what I like about this is, and this is the one which really took a lot of time for me, is being able to change the colors here. You can actually change the background to your liking. If you're not a fan of blue and white, you can change that easily. And actually, let me see. It's actually even better if I show it like this, because that way you have like you can show the color of the, oh, that's pretty nice. You can show the color of the paint job. Wait, let me just show you. Let's go with that. Yeah, so you can actually change as well the colors on the side skirts, is what I was trying to say. There you go, that's the word, side skirts. So you can make that black if you're a fan of black. Gray, you can change the bar behind in the side skirts color, right? And you can like mix and match that with your truck. For us, it's the default one like this. Or you can change it, make it red, or make it black. You can even change the Clumsy Trucking, the font itself, font color. That looks like Shrek. Not really the best at picking colors. And you can even change the outline color. Yeah, so really customizable colors here. So try it out for yourselves. Let me know if you find some bugs or something. And then send me some photos of what kind of trailers you came up with, right? What kind of combinations you came up with. For me, we'll be sticking with the default color here, right? And that's what I have in the game right now. So I'm really proud of that. Took me a couple of hours to set it up. I'll leave a link in the video description, and it should be in the mods list as well. So Clumsy Truckers, get to work. And if you are interested, you can join the VTC over at Trucksbook. I'll try to remember to leave a link as well in the video description. Okay? Anyway, without further ado, let us get to driving. We are currently in Russia. What did I just pick? We are currently in, not in Russia, I think we're in Belarus, to be more specific. We are in Baranovichi, and we are going to take a job to Babruisk. So it's a very short job, 17 tons of onions, 241 kilometers. But we'll be taking a different route, a slightly different route, because the GPS is wanting me to go through the highway. We'll take a more scenic route, I think. Anyway, man, this looks so good, doesn't it? I'll have to take some photos later. Anyway, let's hear the EVR sound engine goodness. And if you don't have them yet, I highly suggest you take your headphones with you. Pause the video, get your headphones, get back. You'll thank me for it. go inside. Since the mod spotlight video, which was released yesterday, I believe, I have been tweaking just a bit the sound volumes. So I was increasing the volume a bit for the gear shifting, the wiper sounds. Remember, if in the mod spotlight I wanted a bit louder wiper sounds. So that one, that gear shifting sound, like that, I was increasing that just a bit, so I can hear it better. And I think all in all, I like it better. It might not be to everyone's taste. It might be a bit louder than some would prefer, but I think we're fine here. And why? Because it wants me to go all the way around. Yes, I get what you mean. But that might make us... that would make the job expired, so we might have to do some evasive maneuvers here. Oh no, we might regret this. And with a brand new trailer, I think I'll... oh, please don't. And we're stuck. No, please. Well, I guess we are. Can we reverse? Not really. Okay, let's forget that happened. Cheater! No, no cheating. Just saving time. There we go. Alright. Get back to relaxing. So now the job should be 7 kilometers away. Instead of taking 3 hours in-game hours, we'll be taking 11 minutes. I should talk less, huh? Well, that's why we have the Clumsy trucking, the silent trucking series, so that I can give my mouth a rest and you guys can enjoy the goodness of driving without my voice, basically. We'll probably do that in one of the episodes with this truck still, because I'm really loving this truck, and I'm happy to see that a lot of people are loving it as well. I'm just looking at my trailer, if it's going to tip over or something. Seems to be stable so far. Okay, I think we're good there. Let's just cruise here. And now, because of how beautiful the switches sounds are, it actually gives me an incentive to always stop and slow down. Before, when I wanted to beat all the red lights, now I'm waiting for the red lights to come and happen, so that I can use my retarder, use my engine brake, just trigger more of those beautiful sounds. And yeah, I'm sure you understand what I mean. Like, I'm starting to use the retarder again. Retarder, engine brake, and service brake combo. It's a good incentive. This is a pretty nice place. I wonder when this was released. And yes, we are sticking to Rust map in the meantime, because I'm moving to 1.32, because I really am enjoying the trailer ownership feature. And yeah, skinning the trailers and everything. Having my own trailer, hauling the same thing. Well, hauling different cargo, but having the same trailer all throughout. Having that beautiful truck and trailer combination makes me more immersed in being in the life of a truck driver. Alright, here we are. So I guess we can do a few questions again. It's been a while since the last Q&A episode. But before that, I'll be sharing some updates. And I want you guys to take notice of the performance. With 1.32, well, it's still in beta, but there have been a lot of bugs recently related to lag spikes or micro stutters or however you call them. And there's been a lot of discussion in the SES forums about it. And we have reached a breakthrough. Some guys have studied it, even came out with spreadsheets and everything, logged all the different combinations, and they discovered that the culprit for the micro stutters, the lag, you know, when you're driving and you're just driving peacefully and you get that like 1 or 2 second lag where everything just hangs. Apparently that's not with the game itself, but not with the world itself, not with the rendering or anything. It's with the drivers. So the more drivers you have, the slower your system will be, the more you'll have those stutters. And that's why, if you look here, I fired all my drivers. Well, we have 194 million euros anyway, so it's not like we need them. It would be nice to have drivers, but at the cost of those stutters, no thank you. I'm fine without them, at least for now. And I'm loving the performance really a lot. So you guys can let me know if you noticed any improvements on your end as well while watching this and while playing your own games, if you happen to fire all your drivers. I think what they said was if you had like around 10 drivers, it is okay. But if you go beyond that, it starts getting really noticeable, the lag. And I guess there must be some kind of bug somewhere, because what do you call this? The drivers. Oh, I'm going to the wrong spot. I did not see the line at all. It seems like the drivers are causing the lag because maybe when they're looking for a job, maybe they're loading all the jobs for the entire world, and then depending on where they are, they're cutting off the jobs from where they can reach. But the first step, I think, which is causing the major lag, is that one, which is they're probably getting all the jobs instead of getting only the ones in their region. You get what I mean? So from a performance point of view, that's really taking a lot of processing, and that's probably causing the lag that we're experiencing. The more drivers you have, the more that happens. And what I mean by that is, like, if you've gone to the cargo market or the freight market, like when you open the cargo market, let's try it right now. If we open it, you get that lag, yeah, that one, right? You get that 2-3 second lag where it loads all the jobs, and then you click your city, right? And then it narrows down the job list. There is a theory that might be what the drivers are doing. Like if a driver is from Warsaw, instead of loading directly the jobs in the Warsaw area, it loads everything first and then deletes everything except the Warsaw jobs. But that step of loading everything, that might be what's causing the lag spike, which is what we just encountered when we opened the freight market. So that's the theory, although no one has really confirmed that, so that's just guesswork on the fans' point of view, but I am pretty confident that it's something related to that. Alright, let's load it up. Oh man, this might be nighttime driving. That's okay, we'll get to some sunsets. Okay, 8 hours ETA, well 3 hours, we have 8 hours allowance. And then instead of passing by Minsk, we can pass through this place. Discover Slutsk, maybe, something like that. And discover these areas in Babruisk. That one. Yeah, that's what I've been doing on the weekend. I've just been driving with my trailers and discovering more of Russia. You can see more yellow lines here. That was the one I took during the weekend. Exploring more of Russia while waiting for Promons 2.30 for 1.32. It's not that it's coming anytime soon, but I'm enjoying this so much. And I have been exploring Promons 2.30 as well during the streams. So I'm kind of getting best of both worlds here. Good, yes. By the way, oh, that one, did you hear that? Yeah, that's one of the so immersive sounds that I've been wanting to highlight to you. When you hit a pothole, yeah, that one. When you hit a pothole, or when you pass through some railroad tracks, or yeah, like that, you get so many varied sounds. I think there's even like a water bottle somewhere, or a water jug that's getting shaked around. I had a quick look at the sound files from EVR for this one, and yeah, there were like water bottles, all the kinds of different cabin sounds. So they all like merge together and gives us that super realistic ambient sounds that we hear depending on the situation. So good. See? Reason to stop, reason to slow down, reason for flicking more switches. Also, what I got, I forgot to mention to you, just so you know. What I have here right now is a trailer with 3 axles. Yeah, you can see that. But the 2 axles at the back, they're actually steerable. And initially, I didn't like getting them because I hate steerable axles, because they dance away so much. They are too wild. But apparently, these ones are very tame. Even though they are steerable axles, they're not like the usual ones we're familiar with, like the ones for the heavy haul, the heavy cargo pack. They're not like those, the low bits and everything. They're the turning radius is very subtle. Like when you're turning a very sharp angle, the axles at the back are turning, but not so much, very minimal. So it just helps you a bit. My bad. Did we have diff lock turned on the entire time? Rip. Truck. Okay. So there is no diff lock indicator here, is there? Yeah, okay. Good. So diff lock is off. That's good. Because it complained to me now. Let's have a look at that truck trailer combo. I love that. I'm a very easy guy to please. Just give me a matching truck and trailer color and I'm happy. But yeah, when I was experimenting with some paint jobs yesterday, well, last night, some people over at the Discord were suggesting to make it customizable, and so that's what I did. Oh, here we go. Love that. This is why I wanted to go to Russia as well, because the more potholes you have, the more you'll hear those funky sounds. Ooh, my trailer, my brand new trailer. Squeaking and everything. At some points I can even hear the actual water jug. Music to my ears. So now, instead of hating these potholes, well, I actually like them more. So I get to hear those rare sounds that pop up. Good. 70? Yeah, I think 70 is fine. Yes. So no more drivers, solo trucking. More so, I have drivers just in the VTC. So just in our company, in the Clumsy trucking company, but not in game anymore. So I fired them all. Unfortunately, I had to fire Squirrel, I had to fire Kiralis, I had to fire everybody. As much as I wanted to keep them, they were causing so much lag. So now I'm getting much more. And thanks again to Davey, because he told me one more improvement area, but this might not be applicable to everybody, because when I was tweaking with things before, I was tweaking with the save game editor. The old version required you to change your save format, like from a binary save format to a plain text save format. Now what that just means is when the game saves, it converts the save file to something that can be readable by us human beings. The default is saving it in binary, which is something something faster, for the computer in terms of performance, but something that we cannot really read. The save game editor before required the plain text version, the readable version. So I had to change that. So that's, for those of you who are familiar with the console commands, that's G_save_format2. Unfortunately, that has a side effect of slowing down the saving feature. And you know that thing in the upper left that pops up every now and then, that autosave function? So that means whenever the game autosaves, it saves it does that additional processing, converting it into a plain text when you have that gsave format set to 2. And that means you get more lag. So when I removed all my drivers, I was still getting lag, but only when that autosave feature kicked in. So now Davey pointed that out, that I might still have like 0 or still have 2 in there instead of 0 in the save format. And he was right. So I changed it to 0 today, and this is the first drive that I'm doing with 0. So you guys pay attention together with me so we can see if there is a difference. I'll let you know when I notice a lag, something like the world stopping for a second or so, and then I'll tell you if that is faster, slower, or the same as when I had the save format to 2. Since then, there is a new version of the save game editor in the SES forums, and I believe you no longer require to change it to save format 2, so I don't think many people have it set to 2 at all. But just to be safe, if you're hungry for making the game as smooth as possible, you can check that out. You can go to your documents, ETS2, and documents ETS2, and go to what's the name? Game config, game.cfg maybe, or something like that, I think. And look for G_save_format. Make sure that's 0. That will give you the best performance possible. And for those who are new to the channel, welcome. Hope you are enjoying my babbling. And if you're wondering what my graphics settings are, there we go. We got a bit of a stutter there when it auto-saved, but that was significantly less obvious. There's still something there, like it's not completely smooth, but it was almost flawless. You notice it just a bit, but just barely so. Oh goodness. You know what time it is, guys? It's photo time. For those who are familiar, whenever we go on top of a bridge like that and have a beautiful view, I just can't help but take photos. Because how can you pass up that view, right? So for our new friends, this is how I usually go about it. A lot of photo taking, well, at least one in each episode. And I'll take you guys with me every step of the way, right? Clumsy trucking. So for those who are wondering about the graphics settings, I have my graphics at Ultra, I think. I only toned down the reflections and the shadows, I believe. Turned them down to high, or one notch lower than Ultra. One notch lower than the highest. And then I have scaling set to 400%. Foggy Weather 2.0 that is currently in closed beta that improves the overall tint of the game and shows those beautiful sky boxes. So if you're wondering why the sky looks so beautiful in this profile, that's because of Foggy Weather. And if you're wondering why the trees, the roads look so good, that's from a different mod that's called Project Next Gen, I think, or Next Gen Textures, one of those. And it's now in version 1.3 beta, and it has become one of my staple must-have mods because it's just so good. Look at that. And yeah, that was lag through and through. That was not autosave. Wonder where that came from. But yeah, that doesn't really happen often anymore. But if you have more drivers, you get more of those. Some were reporting, like, because they had like 200 drivers or so, like the maximum, that they were getting it every, I don't know, 30 seconds or something. And they could especially feel the lag when they're sleeping, like taking a rest in game, because the time advances 8 hours, so all the calculations of the drivers need to be made. And yeah, it's pretty hectic. Do we still have time for questions? Man, it might not be enough. Maybe I'll postpone it to a different episode so we can have momentum on answering questions. Sorry about that. We'll focus next episode on that. Maybe when the main series is back. Come on. We can do it. It's getting dark. Turn on our headlights. And just cruise here. So now I'm super excited to hear EVR's next release. I think he's working on the MP4, but he also has other projects ongoing. Like I remember seeing on his page he has like a Scania V8. He had a recording session with a Scania V8. So that's definitely something I'm looking forward to as well. But yeah, if it's this level, pretty much happy to pay. So thank you EVR for the amazing work, and looking forward to the future updates from you. And I know that's a very tricky topic. What is this? Ow! Oh. Slowly. Okay, I think we can make it. Can you fit, bro? Barely. EVR told me that the horns, short and long. There's actually a longer version of the horn, and that's the air horn key default, and the short version is H. That one. Thank you. Come on, you can do it. Wow, this is pretty high, huh? Pretty steep. Enjoying driving offline so much. There was a micro stutter there. That was the autosave. So yeah, things are much better. You can actually get away with having no autosave at all, but I'm not that brave. Especially in the beta, when you get these crashes from time to time. I don't think I'm brave enough to just say no autosave at all. That might be too scary. If there was a way to lessen the frequency, maybe I'd like that. Maybe I can cut it in half. I don't know, make it every 15 minutes or something. Not even sure what the default value is. Very nice city, this one. Lots of happenings. combination for next time. Something a bit more, how do you say, a bit darker maybe. Maybe that will look even better. But yeah, I'm interested to what you guys will be able to come up with. What kind of color combinations you'll be able to come up with. So make sure you join the VTC. Join the Discord server. And share with me your photos. Also, the giveaway is still ongoing. So for those who are still watching until now, whoa! Pretty sneaky, that one. Car's actually going into the construction. For those who are still watching, we have a secret. The giveaway is still ongoing. It's a secret giveaway. Only those who watch will get to know about it. So actually I still have extra copies of just a few more copies of the EVR sounds for the Renault Premium, because as I mentioned in the last video, I loved it so much I bought extra copies, even though I only needed one, so I can give it away to you guys. So you let me know. You comment in this video or in the mod spotlight video, either one is fine. You let me know and convince me if you like it so much that I should give it to you, and the person who convinces me the best will win it. We'll probably have that until until Friday, the Clumsy Trucking stream. So I'll wait for your entries until then, and then I'll decide, because I'm planning to also give away one copy during the Clumsy Trucking stream. So I'm planning to give one copy away here in YouTube. So for those who will, for that person who will convince me the most, and I'm going to give one copy away on Twitch during the Clumsy Trucking stream. So you have 2 chances of getting a copy. Although granted it's just €2, but you know, in the truck sim community, we're not really used to paying for mods, right? When someone asks for payment with their mods, we shout foul immediately. But recently I've been getting a different point of view. I'm becoming a convert. For me now, as long as the quality is worth it, I'm happy to pay. Because admittedly, SCS cannot really handle all the stuff that we want. We just want so much. The fan base is so much. The fan base is so huge. The requests are really piling up, and SCS cannot keep up with all those requests. So that's where the modders can step in. There is a lot of demand for beautiful improvements in the game, and modders can supply a lot of that. And if they're asking for payment, just a little payment, in return for such an amazing mod, I'm happy to pay that price. I think it's a fair deal. And after getting exposed to the different kinds of modding, basic modding, myself, I definitely understand where they're coming from. I mean, I just did the paint job, like this paint job, and it cost me the entire last night and this entire morning. So it cost me like one entire day, one full day, just for the basic paint job like this. So how much more for the modelers, for the sound engineers, for the map makers? Yeah. So I think it's not a bad deal, as long as the quality is in there. Good. Love that look. Wait a minute, I'm curious about something. Okay, yeah, I'm at 3 currently. Good. Just a very short drive. 183 kilometers over some very patchy roads. So this is mainly just a video to highlight that work that I did with the trailer because I'm really proud of it. There you go. Oh man, look at that sky. That foggy weather sky. And yes, that's something I'm really looking forward to as well. Like if Kirill said he wanted to charge for it, I would gladly pay that price. But not everybody has a pay mindset, so let's see what he has in mind. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. Let me know what you think. Looking forward to your comments, and if you did like the video, although it's a bit short today, please hit the thumbs up button, hit the like button, let me know what you think, and please share with your friends, share the love, join the Truck Spoke community, the Discord community, and keep in touch, alright? Thanks, guys, and what do we say? Clumsy trucking. Wow, that's very loud, I'm sorry. Clumsy trucking. There you go. Now it's listed there. Thanks and bye-bye. Have a nice day. Catch you in the next one.